Happy rails to you. Welcome back, my friends. Happy rails to you. It's good to see you again. Thanks for watching the channel and the videos. Sometimes they go real fast and sometimes they're slow. Happy rails to you. Glad you're watching. Okay, I found I can't do both down in the box in look, in very nice condition, almost crisp. 552 Rock Island gondola shell. So I'll be able to, if I decide to change this one out with this one and just clean up and touch up this chassis. Or I may have a chassis, a nice chassis, and I'll just put this on a nice chassis and go ahead and see what I can do with this. Very good. I'm afraid when I get done, I'm going to have that black SW2 switcher shell that I pulled out the very first thing buried. And so you're not going to be able to get a good look at it until I put everything back in the box. I would say that is the leavings of an American Flyer motor. It's been, for some reason or another, modified to run, it looks like, on HO. Pretty close. Looks like they tried. It's HO track. But that's interesting. Yeah, I'll turn that back around. What else we got down in there? Oh. And here is possibly maybe not. But here's a Jeep an American Flyer, and it is a 371, and I needed a 371. How about that? And it needs a motor. There is partially a motor in here that's been broke down all the way. It's got armature. Got the windings. And that's all. So maybe we can take that other motor or another motor that I have, and we can put this back together. That's just really strange. I've never seen this version of this motor. It's really a small motor. It's too big for HO, but it would be modified from the S-gauge engine. Really modified. I've never seen one put together quite like this one either. So I'm wondering if they just changed the wheels on this. Anywho, don't want to take a lot of time up in the video. But there's a 371 that needs repaired. Wow, that's an almost really good hopper, Marks hopper. It's got little dings in it, and it's missing a coupler. It's missing one end rail, and that can be fairly easily fixed just for operational use. Trying to get some of this stuff on the far end of the box down there. Must be using recycled paper. This paper looks old. So they're using recycled paper for their newspaper. That's a neat idea. This does say July 2022. And there is the famous 556 caboose. It's pretty decent shape. It's really dirty, but it should clean up nicely. A couple of minor dents in it. Be straightened out by hand. They're so thin, tin, But the shell itself, the body itself, is in pretty good shape. It's pretty decent. A tender. And it just could use a touch-up. Set of wheels. Clean it up real good. Touch it up. Set of wheels. And it would be operational. You are? Okay. Well, this is the reason why I didn't recognize that smaller motor. It's been a while since I've worked on one of these. That motor goes in this unit. And I thought it looked familiar, but it's like, this is puzzling me because it was too small to be an engine motor, and it's not too large to be
than ever, but I just discovered a money-saving alternative.
Microsoft.
Are you still using Prime?
And so to work in HO. So I was like, what's going on? And then this is in the bottom of the box. So we got a gang car. And if I can fix that motor, it'll go in the gang car. I have another motor I'll try to fix up. There's an advertisement card for a Roundhouse Festival in August of 2022, which is already passed. Sounds like a fun time. It's in Evanston, Wyoming. So that's kind of neat. I like the advertisements on the shows. I used to collect them too. And here is a warped, and this happens to not all of them, but over 50% of these, because of the type of styrene that they used in the plastic. They warped. That's the B&O boxcar number 633. They can be straightened out, but sometimes it's a little trickier than not. So don't know what we're going to do with this one. It's really warped. The door's warped. The roof's warped. This side's got a slight warp. It's bowed in just a little bit. So we'll see. One of my favorite cars, this is an O-gauge 716 ore dump car. It's got a solenoid on the bottom of it, right there. And when you hit the button, this door opens, and it doesn't want to open right now. There you go. The door opens, and the ore comes out. It's a side dump. 716. And it's actually not in too bad a shape. And it's cleaned up, can be touched up. As you can see, there's a lot of scratches right there. No big thing, really. And had to make a nice car. Definitely can be an addition to my O-gauge plier. Wow. This is a log dump car. I don't remember what the number was on these, but they used the same car for both O gauge and S gauge. They just changed the trucks. This one is S gauge. And you notice these trucks have that white rot, I call it, and it's not really a rot, but it's, again, it's bad plastic, and over a period of years it gets white like that. And you can use vinegar in these, and that will clean them right up. Two Marks cars, one caboose. It's in okay condition, not great. And an observation, which is neither great. But both can be restored. They're both restorable, at least to a certain degree. Another one of my favorite cars, a Post serial car. And of course, this one has broken they all break like this. That was that era, the Jack Rather era, and they made the cars a lot cheaper. But their wheel sets, the majority of them did break. Either the knuckles gave out or you'd lose the side frame. The car itself's in pretty decent condition, cleaned up. It should be a nice car. A Middle States oil car. Now, this is a car that I have never had, and I've always wanted one. And these are going really for really good money now. And so I still don't have one, or didn't have one, but now I have one. And it's really bad shape on one side. It's going to take some hard restoration work. It won't be perfect, but I think I can bring it back to where it looks nice and is serviceable. Rock Island. This has got the deluxe wheels on it. And someone's painted the doors silver. But it does have both doors. It has its brackets on both sides. The paint is really good on it. The lettering, rather. They're red plastic. It does have a few scratches. Light, but no deep mars, and nothing is broken. Wheel off of something. Texas and Pacific gondola. No wheels. So it has no trucks, but I have plenty of trucks. So we'll put trucks on it. It's got one broken step, two broken steps, and this corner is broken. So it's going to need a little repair. Right there too. But the lettering's crisp on it. The color's still good on the car itself. It's actually a nice looking car. Once it's repaired, get it back in service. It's an S gauge. Southern Pacific caboose, Marks, deluxe wheels. All wheels are there. It does have a problem. It is broke on the corner of the roof, which is easily repaired. A few light scratches in the plastic, but the lettering is good. I'm not too sure what I have here. Got some wheels on the inside of it. I'm thinking it is either a Ives Pullman or an early Lionel Pullman. No chassis, but it does have its doors. And outside of some scratches and being a little out of shape, little paint. It's kind of a butterscotch. Get a chassis on it. It should be a serviceable car again. It needs to be wrapped up. The paint's not that bad on it. Okay. Last but not least, well, we got two more. Three more. Another caboose. Marks. Black and silver frame. Not in too bad a condition. Little touch up, clean up. This is the worst spot on it. I think we can bring that out. It should be a nice caboose again. All of the tin is pre-war. Another car that's hard to get hold of. The Colorado and Southern refrigerator car. It has both doors yet. It has some rust. But the lettering is still good on it. It is a little scratched up. This is the worst place, interfering with the lettering. Should clean up and be a good car. We got one more car, and we're done. There's the other stanchion for the station. A New York Central tender. And it's, with the exception of this spot right here, this is really clean. Has somewhere fix this spot, touch it up, clean it up, and it's ready to go. Well, guys, that's everything that was in the box. Just thought I'd share it with you. And I'll get everything back in the box. The Alaska shell, which is really buried, it has a broken spot in it, in the back of the cab. And it's going to take some work, and I'll let you see it later, at a later time. Not Alaska, the Santa Fe shell. All right. As I always say, if you enjoy working on your trains, if you enjoy working on your layout, customizing, rebuilding, refurbishing, whatever it is, you should have Happy Rails, especially if you have as much fun with your trains as I do with mine. That's all. Bye-bye.